Every January, the most powerful people in the world gather in Davos, Switzerland. CEOs, politicians, bankers. They decide the course of the world, behind closed doors. Founded in 1971 by Klaus Schwab, the WEF embodies a vision of global control. Visionary to some, an elite power center to others. Attendees: Larry Fink of BlackRock, Angela Merkel, Bill Gates, Christine Lagarde. People who control trillions and shape global policy. What began as a small management forum in Europe evolved into a stage where global finance, technology, and politics merge into one agenda. Larry Fink moves in the shadows, influencing entire markets without ever needing public approval. Klaus Schwab's Great Reset calls for a transformation of economy, environment, and society. Visionary to some, an agenda of control to others. Before he built Davos, Klaus Schwab was just a young engineer from Germany. He studied engineering and economics in Zurich, Harvard, and Geneva. At Harvard, Schwab met Henry Kissinger, the man who defined U.S. foreign policy for decades. In 1971, he founded his own platform, the World Economic Forum. It began as a management conference, but within a decade, world leaders started to appear on stage. BlackRock, with over $10 trillion in assets, the company holds stakes in nearly every major corporation on Earth. Its CEO, Larry Fink, is a regular face in Davos, one of the most influential voices when it comes to so-called sustainable investments. BlackRock doesn't decide through laws, but through money. Those who need capital follow their rules. This is silent power, invisible, yet global. When the world came to a standstill in 2020, millions lost their livelihoods. But for pharmaceutical companies, it marked the beginning of the most profitable phase in their history. What was sold as a medical lifesaver became a global billion-dollar market. Contracts were kept secret. Investors such as BlackRock held shares in the same companies whose vaccines entire countries were buying. A perfect cycle of risk and return. A virus stopped the world and accelerated the power of those who fought it. Was it coincidence or the system? In Davos, they don't just talk about the future, they build it. Altman envisions a world shaped by artificial intelligence. Gates funds digital health systems worldwide. Zuckerberg builds the virtual world we'll soon live in. Smart cities, digital IDs, AI that learns your every move, but every upgrade means more control. While they speak of freedom, the code is already written. This isn't science fiction, it's the next version of reality. Cash once meant freedom. Anonymous, private, yours. But that world is fading. Central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, are sold as progress. But each digital dollar, euro, or yuan can be tracked, frozen, or denied. Christine Lagarde from the European Central Bank, Jerome Powell from the Federal Reserve, Augustine Carstens from the Bank for International Settlements, the central bank of central banks. They all attend the same meetings in Davos. And while we still call it progress, the price might be freedom itself. CEOs, bankers, investors, and representatives of international organizations. None of them were ever democratically elected, yet they help shape political and economic developments around the world. The biggest problem is that these processes are rarely transparent. It's often unclear who's pursuing which interests and who truly benefits in the end. When economic power merges too closely with political influence, a system begins to sustain itself, regardless of what the people actually want. And that's the real danger. That the direction our world is heading is no longer decided by democratic choice, but by the interests of a powerful few. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is this progress or control? Thanks for watching, and stay aware.